Want to generate a little household income? Our next guest will show you how to light the way. Perhaps you have been thinking about starting your very own business, but you're not exactly sure where to start or what it is you want to do. Or maybe you are concerned with franchise fees, that it's too costly and too expensive, or those membership fees or all the hidden fees that are encompassed when you're opening up your own business or a franchise, for instance. Well, I've got something new for you, and it is something that you can do on your own terms, at home, and completely on your own. I want to introduce you to my guest, Sue Griffiths from Village Craft and Candle from St. Mary's, Ontario. She has an innovative product that for the crafty person, I think is going to be a very interesting business that they can literally do whatever they want with. The sky's pretty much the limit, right, Sue?
That's right.
All right, so it is called, it's a business in a box. It's a candle business in a box.
That's right.
Tell me about this innovative idea that you had to create this whole business in a box with candles.
Well, it started a few years back now, and I was making it myself, and then I eventually worked it up to a retail store. And now I sell the candle making supplies at the store, but I have the same questions asked repeatedly. How do I get into this, and how do I package, and how do I make it professional? And where do I start? Where do I get the equipment? So eventually I put it all together into a business in a box, and it literally shows up at your door. It's 125 pounds. You unpack it all and you start crafting.
And you start, so for the crafty person, this is mixing the best of both worlds, because what you are creating is what you will be selling.
That's right.
And the neat part too, when I mentioned earlier about hidden fees, membership fees, any additional costs, the costs associated with the business in a box, you are paying for the supplies alone, correct?
That's right. There's of the equipment that comes, you can just keep replacing the supplies that are in it, and this is what comes in the original business in a box.
So I want to show everyone at home what the before is, what it is going to look like when that, how many pounds was it?
125 pounds.
125 pounds ends up on your front doorstep. This is what it is going to look like. Now, the cost of the candle business in a box is $599. However, as Sue will say, your initial results, what can I expect?
If you're actually to go out and sell this, and that's how you sell it is up to you too. If you set it up like this at a craft show, you would need a 6-foot table, and you could reap about $1,100 in retail sales.
So a $599 investment, you're pretty much more than doubling your investment then with $1,100.
That's right.
And you still have that $150 worth of supplies to continue your business.
And you also have extra color, and you have extra wick and some stickums and labels, and so you don't have to replace all of the product. There is some left over from your first go through it.
Which is really smart, because we're continuing the business. We are continuing to remake any of the depleted items.
That's right.
Let's talk about now, where would I sell this, or how should I start to execute this?
I've sold it everything from home parties to craft shows, fundraising, door to door if you're so inclined. That takes a certain personality. How we have it here is set up basically how you could set it up at a craft show. Mm-hmm. And then this is their basic set too. So once you work through this and you get that creative juice flowing, then you can go on our website, and we have different packaging and different creative ideas and different glassware. So this is just the start. What you do with it after this is totally up to you.
And Sue, as she mentioned, she is full of creative ideas. Let me assure you, I've been to her website, I've been to her store in St. Mary's, Ontario. I want you to visit her website. It is villagecraftandcandle.com, where you can learn more about the candle business in a box. You have been featured in so many magazines. You are so crafty, so innovative when it comes to candles. You blow me away. You do everything from paraffin to soy, and even beeswax is becoming popular as well, is it not?
Gel wax. If you can make it, we can do it pretty much.
And so the sky really is the limit, and I love the idea that it's both a business in a box, it's the entrepreneurship, but you have that craft side of it as well, the creative side, which is, you do that so well. The other thing I love about the candle business in a box is the fact that you have technical support. It's live support, that if someone calls you up, you will answer their questions, and when you visit your website, you have how-to videos and instructional videos, which is so key because many of us know that, you may not know this, how-to videos, some of the most important content online, and you've got it on your website.
And we keep it very personal because we started doing it in our basement, and my sister-in-law helped me when we first got started. That's going back about 15 years ago. So nobody has to feel uncomfortable calling us because we're going to talk to you the same way, you know, with the knowledge that we had when we were working with very basic equipment in our homes.
And who doesn't love the smell of a candle? And your fragrances, fragrance is key, is it not?
Our fragrance, I believe, is the best in Canada.
I believe it is too, because you've had many customers come to you saying, oh, you know, I couldn't do that, I've got allergies, and they take your candles home and they go, what is this?
I'm not getting a headache. Yeah.
All of those myths that have been associated perhaps with, you know, burning candles and the scent. If you could smell the room right now, it's like we don't want Sue to leave because everything smells fantastic. Now, let me ask you this. If maybe the candle business in a box is a little too overwhelming for our viewers, is there something else that maybe we could do? You have a couple of other options. One of them is called the Krazy Candle Kit, which sells for $89.99. We'll show a picture of it. This is what you will receive. What does it turn into?
It's more for if you want to do Christmas presents, and this is a little overwhelming. It cuts down the amount of equipment that you get. It brings it down to the more basic equipment. It drops up a lot of the packaging, and it just basically gives you the core elements that you need to play and make the tea lights, the votives, the jars, and a pillar candle, which we didn't include in this one. And we also have this entire kit available in soy as well for $5.99.
So that's a choice and an option dealing with the fragrances too that you're selecting. And now if the Krazy Candle Kit maybe isn't for you, we also, and you love soy, you've got the Soy Starter Kit for $39.99 as well.
And again, it just brings it down. It takes out the equipment, so then you're working just on your own stove or perhaps in your microwave. With soy, you can work in your microwave. And it just brings it down to something that you would be making and burning the candles for yourself in your own home. Which
would be a great starter, and then maybe eventually then you like what you see and you will upgrade to the candle business in a box.
Well, we find too what happens, people start doing it just for their own enjoyment, and then their friends and their family say, oh, make me a candle, and then it goes from there, and then they're taking them into work, and then it grows and grows.
It's that whole evolution of growth.
It's really inspiring to see people do this, and then 2-3 years down the road they have a store. That's the ultimate compliment to me.
If you want to create your very own business with a product that you have created yourself and sell it wherever you wish, then again, head on over to Sue's website at villagecraftandcandle.com. It's where all great candles begin.